Hey everybody, welcome to Chat Happens. I'm Eric.
And I'm Tristan.
And on this show, we talk about all sorts of things. And we could not let a day go by without at least mentioning the mind-blowing events that happened yesterday.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
At the Diddy trial. So the verdict came back yesterday. And somehow, those people in that courtroom found the man not guilty
of sex trafficking, racketeering.
A host of charges, except for 2. He only got convicted on 2 counts.
Of transportation to engage in prostitution.
Yeah.
What?
And the maximum sentence for each one of those is like 10 years.
Yeah.
So he's looking at like 20 years maximum.
Maybe.
Thank God they did not give him bail.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, huge flight risk, facing 20 years in federal prison, and with the means and the money to go wherever you want to go, that's a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah. Because yesterday when we were reading, it said that he was $1 million bond and going home to his house in Miami. When I read that, I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
And that's what I was like, there's no way they're going to let him out.
Ain't no way. And then when I was reading again, that's when I saw they denied his bail, which is awesome.
I just don't understand. And then you had the people outside the courtroom.
Yeah.
That were dousing their cells with
spraying the crowd
with baby oil.
Spraying the crowd with baby oil. There was a woman dressed as a dude on her balcony dancing.
Yeah, people were holding up signs saying they wanted to be in the next freak off.
Like what?
What is wrong with these people? Like, what is going on so bad in their life that this is what they choose to do with their time? They're probably paid.
Somebody got a new house.
Probably.
New car.
And that's another thing. Like, how do these people, how does the rest of the world see the evidence that went into this trial? Because there were video, there was first person witness testimony.
There was mountains and mountains of evidence.
Over 30 years of evidence, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then these 12 geniuses, and I'm assuming that whatever alternates there were.
Yeah.
Come to the conclusion that everybody's just making all this up? Like everybody's just out to get Diddy?
Right. I mean.
And then like we were talking about yesterday, what happens with all these rappers now? Or all these celebrities that came out? Cat Williams, 50 Cent, Eminem. Eminem wrote a song called Fuel. This is basically all about Diddy and the stuff that he supposedly did. And see, now you have to say allegedly did because he got found not guilty. And it also means that all these news agencies and publications and you can't call him a
He's not.
You can't say that on YouTube.
PDF file. Can't call him a PDF file.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can't call him a sex offender.
He's not.
SO. You can't call him an SO. I mean, or an SA. You know that one song, the SA.
Yeah.
That's the Fuel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, by Eminem. Go check it out. So I'm kind of curious because you know he's going to be making the rounds if he gets out at all. And even if he gets locked up, he can still do interviews from prison. They do that from time to time.
Yeah.
What is he going to say to all these people that accused him of this and now he's been found not guilty? And so basically in the legal form of the sense, it's all gone away. Like it never happened. So you can't call him that. You can't say he did it.
And it's devastating for all of his victims. All of his victims.
Imagine.
All of them.
I can't even imagine the victims.
There's a lot. Oh, okay. So, these are my crabs. My hermit crabs. This isn't their actual enclosure. I had to clean it, so I let them out. The one in the purple shell is Mr. Crab, and the one in the tan shell, it's Krusty. I didn't name them. My dad and fiance named them. So that's a whole different thing. But,
how long have you had those now?
Since April, about 3 months.
about 3 months. And we're really shocked because we didn't actually think they would survive 3 months. But you've been doing really good taking care of them. Nice habitat set up for them with warmers and the humidity
and
thing.
I'm kind of shocked because Krusty is never this active.
Yeah, and we didn't know anything, or you didn't know anything.
Oh my goodness!
About hermit crabs when you got them.
When me and my fiance went to our local tour shop, I saw one. I was like, I want one, and I got one. And when I looked at all this research, I'm like, oh, it's not just $25; it's hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, they may sell you one in a kit like this. And they say, "Ooh, it's $19 or $15."
You have to have for each hermit crab, you have to have 10 feet of tank.
Well, you have to have a heater. You have to have a place for them for salt water and fresh water.
They have to have pools. They have to have shells so they can change out their shells.
They need sand.
And
they need water.
A certain type of water. You can't use tap water. You can't use. Yeah. It's all kind of stuff.
And you have to have a place for them to hide. They should be able to bury themselves in the sand. That's how deep your sand needs to be.
And they're able to do that. They're able to dig. And I'm not done with their enclosures yet.
And you really need to have a temperature humidity gauge. And the cheap ones just don't work. We tried those at first.
Yeah, and then when I put a good one in, oh my goodness, the
humidity was 99% or something.
You have to have the humidity a certain way. You have to have the temperature a certain way. So
yeah, they're not as easy to
take care of
as what they lead on in the pet store. But anyway, so this is our special guest today.
And I haven't been pinched yet.
Mr. Krabs and
Krusty. I haven't been pinched yet, but never say never. It could happen. And I'm terrified. Because they said that when they pinch you, don't shake them. Because they're just going to latch on more.
They're going to rip it out?
Mm-hmm. They're just going to latch on harder.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. You just got to kind of just...
You want to keep your finger.
You just kind of got to sit there and take it. Just going to sit there and take it. But...
Oh, hey, so check this out. Today I was going through my socials, which I don't really do on a consistent basis. Anyway, and I came across a checklist of stuff, 20 questions, if you will, mainly about things that I grew up using in my generation, which is Gen X. That's the best generation. Well, maybe besides the greatest generation, that's probably the best generation.
I have no comment about the Gen Z generation.
You know, I seen an article yesterday. I didn't read the story. I just saw the headline, and it said something to the effect of business owners baffled by how to appease Gen Z workers.
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Publisher?
Not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know, the big ones.
I was like, you tell them, here's your job. This is what you do. This is how much you make. You get paid on this day, and shut up, do your job.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you gotta stop and think. There's two generations after mine, because I'm a Gen Z.
Yeah.
You got Gen Alpha and the Gen Beta.
Which is when Gen Z started having kids.
Yeah, I have none. Thank God. Anyways.
So on the checklist, it asks that you give yourself a point for either one of these that you have done before or that you haven't done. Okay, so what this does is it tells you to give yourself a point for each one you have never done on this list. And y'all may be familiar with this list. It's making its ways around the socials, and I just had to share it and do this. Ask her these questions, because like I said, I'm familiar with this stuff, but some of this stuff you may not have heard of before. So you ready?
Go for it.
All right. Have you ever operated a rotary telephone?
In a sense, yeah, kinda. A not working one.
Oh, the one at the antique store?
Yeah, the one at the antique store.
So we were antique shopping, right? This has been years and years ago. And we come up to an old rotary phone. And it's it's an old rotary payphone. So it's kind of big, you know. And she asked me, what'd you ask me?
So where's the touch screen in the games and how to text on it?
Yeah, how do you text on it and where the touch screens are and how do you get to the games? That was funny. Anyway, so pretty neat little moment. So,
But ever since that day, I know how to operate one. So
well, that's good. See, you learned. See, so you never operated one like in a traditional sense,
Yeah.
but you have spun it.
Yeah.
We'll say that counts.
Okay.
Have you ever slid a floppy disk into a PC?
And no, I'm assuming that's 1 point for me because I've never done that.
1 point for you. I have done that many times. Typed on an actual typewriter.
I think so. I remember typing on one. I just don't remember where it was at.
Okay. Of course, I had one growing up, so we used it for school and.
I think that
Different
also
things
may
like
have been
that.
at the antique store too.
By the time I started using them, though, word processors were a thing. So they still use mechanical typing, but it was on the verge of computers replacing the typewriter. So.
Yeah.
So we'll say that's not a point then. All right. Have you snapped photos with a film camera?
A film camera?
You have, because you have
Yeah.
the Polaroid instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Polaroid.
Played music on a CD.
Yeah. I used to have a radio at my mom's house.
Yeah, well, you got the CD player in the car that we've listened to. Rewound a cassette tape with a pencil.
No. That's 2 points.
Done that many, many, many times.
Never done that.
Dropped the needle on a vinyl record.
No.
I have. We had record players growing up as a kid.
But I wanted one. We were looking at one.
Yeah, I was wanting to get one because nostalgia, and vinyl started making a resurgence a couple years ago.
It's still a thing now.
Yeah. So anyway, some still to this day, which is probably true, is that it's the most accurate way to listen to published music, like commercial music.
Yeah.
Is on a record player.
So I have 3 points so far.
3 points. I have
No.
0. Rocked a Walkman like a rebel. Do you even know what a Walkman is?
Isn't that where you put a cassette tape in and listen to music?
On headphones.
On headphones, yeah.
Yes. It was the first portable way you could take music around that you could actually mix at home and carry on a
Yeah.
mixtape.
Because I never had one, but I know what it is.
I
That's
have
4. 4 points for me.
I have rocked out like a rebel with one.
I have not.
Many of them. And then the Discman when it came out. That was revolutionary. Skip though. If you didn't get a good one with a good buffer, it would skip. Anyway, let's see. Blasted tunes from a boombox on your shoulder.
No. That's 5 for me.
Been there, done that.
Never done that.
Watched a movie on VHS and prayed it didn't jam.
Yes.
Because when you were younger, we had VHS, of course. It was in that transition phase, early 2000s, where we were going from VHS to DVD.
DVDs.
And Blu-ray was...
Starting to become like a thing.
Well, it was like in a competition with HD DVD. And eventually Blu-ray went out. But then we moved on to Blu-rays. But
Yeah.
there was a time there where there was transitions. So in every room of the house where we had a TV, I had a VCR DVD combo. So you can actually record DVDs on the VHS tapes for whatever reason.
Yeah, because I remember at my Nini's house growing up, when I go over there with my mom's, she had a VHS tape player.
Yeah.
And
that's actually called a VCR.
a VCR. And then she'd put the tapes in, and then when you take it out, she had to rewound it. So
Yeah. Or if it only played, I don't know. I don't even know if I've ever seen one, but
those are actually starting to become a thing again. The tapes, the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Tapes.
Tapes.
What? Tapes.
So a VCR is a video cassette recorder, and if it only played VHS tapes, it would be a VCP, a video cassette player. But anyway, moving on.
So I only have 5 points so far.
Let's see. VHS. Okay. Send or received a fax like a business wizard.
No.
I have sent many faxes.
And that's 6 points.
As a matter of fact, I was probably still sending faxes up until 2010 or 11 in the office that I worked at the time.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Recorded songs from the radio like a mixtape hero. Do you even know what a mixtape is?
No, I don't.
Really? You don't know what a mixtape is? So back in the day, in order to get music that we wanted to listen to without all the crap we didn't want to listen to, we would record from the radio or another cassette or an album.
Yeah, you just mix it.
Yeah, onto a tape, and you could start and stop it when you wanted. So you could make mixtapes. We used to give them to our girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever you were into. Put all your songs, how they make you feel about them, and I don't know what that's the equivalent of.
I've seen them in movies. The movies, yeah.
I don't know what the equivalent of that is today.
Like how you burn a CD.
Do you have mix lists today?
You have playlists.
Playlists. There we go. So mixtapes were the playlist back in the day.
I mean, I've seen people burn CDs and stuff. So
yeah, well, that's about the same thing. Yeah. All right, but you've never done that. So what are you up to now?
7 points.
Rented a VHS at Blockbuster on a Friday night. Oh man. How I miss those Blockbuster movie gallery Friday nights.
I remember Blockbuster.
You waited all week long till Friday night because that was usually at my house anyway growing up. That was, we're going to go get a video, and it means I could get a game for my system, either my Genesis or Nintendo, whichever one I had at the time. And then we'd all pick a movie, and that meant we were eating out that night. So it was generally pizza night or chicken night.
Yeah.
Love those days growing up. And then everybody rushes home, fixes your plate, and goes to your respective rooms to watch the video that you got. And just hoped it was good or the game was good. Because if not, you just wasted your money and now you're stuck playing it. But anyway, I would take that as a no.
I don't think we did that, did we? When I was
you were present in a Blockbuster video. Actually, it was a movie gallery by this time. While videos were being rented. But have you done it personally?
Oh, no, so I'm at 8.
Okay. Heard the screech of a dial-up internet.
I remember the noise. I don't think we had that when I was.
No, by the time you were up, we had cable at the house when you were born. Cable internet.
I remember the noise. I don't remember where I heard it from, but
probably TV, maybe.
Probably. So I'm gonna say no.
All right.
I'm at 9.
Looked up someone in a phone book.
Yes, me and Nana used to do that all the time. All the time. So.
Okay. All right. Sent a postcard with actual handwriting on it.
I've received one.
It says sent. It's gonna be a no.
I'm at 10.
Used a paper map and didn't get lost. Have you ever used a paper map?
GPS is there for a reason, so.
Okay.
I'm at 11 points.
Owned a proper dictionary.
Yes.
Like a physical dictionary. Okay. All right.
When I was in elementary school, they issued all of us one.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Check that one off. Had a whole encyclopedia collection. No.
Who has that?
Well, I mean, back in the day, it was the only way before the internet. It was the only way you could look something up.
Oh, do you remember when that guy came to the house and tried to sell you an encyclopedia set?
That was right after we moved into that.
Because I was with Nana when that happened, and I came to get clothes because I was staying at her house.
Remember he used your bathroom?
He was weird.
We hadn't been here, a week or so? And
then there's like, this guy just...
Yeah, and he's selling door-to-door encyclopedias. Like, what, is this 1982? But anyway, I'm very well prepared for an home invasion, so I didn't mind letting this salesman in the house.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I didn't buy his encyclopedias. We have the internet now.
I just remember walking into the house and just seeing this random guy in the house with a bunch of books. And that's do you need some encyclopedias?
For school?
Do I need encyclopedias for?
I don't know. I mean, they're kind of cool when I was growing up. So
They're not nowadays.
Yeah, they're not now. But anyway, there you go. 20 questions, a Gen Xer versus a Gen Z. And what did you get?
12 points.
12 points. So that's 12 things on that list you've never done. And I got 0 because I've done every single one of those, most of them multiple times, like many Gen Xers.
You've owned an entire collection of encyclopedias?
On a CD.
Talking about physical books.
It didn't say physical books. It said a whole encyclopedia collection.
Damn.
And if you remember back in the day, if you bought a PC, like a Gateway, it would come with Encyclopedia Britannica on CD. Which was the first time I ever saw, by the way, interesting little tidbit. First time, what do you think the first thing ever I looked up in a digital space like that? Not on the internet, but like through digital media. What do you think the first thing I ever looked up was?
I can't think of a thing.
The Challenger explosion.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
And looked it up. That's the first time I ever seen the video outside of being on TV. It was like this big on the screen, and it was real grainy, but you could see everything.
Yeah.
And because, that actually happened. I watched that live as a child, and one day we may talk about that, but it was
horrifying.
Yeah, it was a bad experience to be sitting in your classroom watching this live as it happened.
I mean,
when you're 6 or 7 years old.
And then, like, how many years after that, then 9/11 happened? And
well, there was a lot of things happened in between then and that, but
that's
anyway.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got. You got anything else? Oh, you got something else? What you got?
Fun fact. Believe me or not.
Fun fact.
You're not going to believe me.
Oh, we can do a whole new thing, like towards the end of the shows or somewhere during the show. We can have a little theme play that goes.
Fun fact. Yeah, I have a fun fact. You're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but the closest living thing to a dinosaur is a chicken.
A dinosaur? Is a chicken?
Chicken.
A chicken.
A chicken.
No, I'm thinking more like crocodile.
Nope. Chicken.
Alligator.
Look it up. If you don't believe me. Chicken.
Maybe.
Chicken.
A whale?
Nope. Chicken.
See, this is the difference between your generation and mine. I actually get my news from real sources and not things like TikTok and
I didn't get it from TikTok.
Instagram.
I got it from a real news source.
Okay.
Look it up. They're a descendant from the T-Rex and Velociraptor. Look it up.
The chicken.
The chicken.
The chicken.
100% chicken.
The chicken is the closest thing that's living today that's a descendant to a dinosaur.
The chicken.
Well, let me just look this up real quick.
The chicken. Hi, Mr. Krabs.
Oh my God. It is the chicken. Birds specifically.
Like the birds outside your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, them.
How? Well, you know what? I'll let y'all look it up. But that is absolutely 100% true.
I knew that, and he didn't even know that.
I did not know that. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe y'all do get your news from reliable sources other than the interweb sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And as you can tell, Crusty has gone back into a shell because his brother has got on top of him.
Anyway. Well, that's all I got for today.
That's all I got for today.
Still in shock over this Diddy trial verdict and
oh my goodness. And Dino chicken?
Dino chicken.
Dino chicken.
Dino chicken.
And think it's a chicken nugget. So you're eating a dinosaur.
Dinosaur chicken nugget.
Mm.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Dino shaped chicken nugget.
They do have dino shaped chicken nuggets. All right, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I can't even really say anything. Dinosaur chicken nuggets.
And on that note,
look up that conundrum.
And on that note.
So anyway, that's all I got. If you like what you saw and you want to see more episodes, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. We got all kind of weird things coming. World's Most Sour Candy. We got cookie. We got store-bought cookie competition between Toll House, Pillsbury, and Great Value. We got all kind of stuff. Weirdest state laws, dumbest criminals, true crime stories.
That's like my niche.
Yeah,
I love
she's gonna like that's mainly her. But anyway, you just never know what you're going to see or hear on this show. So we could talk about anything. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, that's all we got for today. So thank y'all for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Verdict, 20 questions and Dino chicken. Take one.
At least acknowledge it. Yeah. Now I have to go in here.
I have to restart all of that.
Yeah. All right, we'll just figure it out.
That's what happened last time.
Yeah. Okay. And today we're going to be talking about
A lot. Sorry.
a lot.
A lot.
It's 3 things.
It's a lot.
It's really only 2 things and a
Dino.
checklist.
A chicken. Okay.
But I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, just okay, we're gonna do all that over again. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks for watching. No, I don't need to say that. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks for watching. Oh, I don't even. Anyway, all right, I gotta go to work. Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh. Okay, I got it now. That was a shite show.